Have you ever heard of a country where markets are designed just for divorced women? Welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Mauritania, a desert country with a unique culture and intriguing customs. Spanning a vast area of over 1 million square kilometers, Mauritania is the 29th largest country in the world, yet it's home to only 4.5 million people. Join me as we explore the remarkable stories and traditions of this North African nation. 1. Geographical borders and historical context. To the north of Mauritania lies Western Sahara, a territory annexed by Morocco and effectively governed by Moroccans. Until 1975, Spain colonized this region, then abandoned it, leaving it as a vast desert. Currently, Morocco claims nearly every part of Western Sahara. To the south, Mauritania borders Senegal and Mali. To the west, it meets the North Atlantic Ocean, and to the north, it shares a border with Algeria. Mauritania is unique in being a desert country that also has a coastline. Namibia in southern Africa is another country that shares this characteristic, combining the arid desert with access to the ocean. Mauritania's landscape is dominated by the Sahara Desert, with vast sand dunes and arid plains. The country's history is deeply intertwined with the trans-Saharan trade routes, which have influenced its culture and economy for centuries. Hey there, where are you from? I want to know which city you're watching our video from. Please leave a comment so we don't feel lonely. A small action like this will motivate us to make more videos. Thank you and much love to you. 2. Language, culture, and religion. Mauritania was under French colonial rule until 1960, when it gained independence. Despite its colonial past, French is not the primary language spoken here. Arabic holds that position, reflecting the country's Islamic heritage. The people of Mauritania are predominantly Muslim, and Arabic is the official language. However, this society has deep Berber roots. The Berber people, especially those living a nomadic Bedouin lifestyle in the desert, speak their ancestral Berber language. The name Mauritania itself is derived from the ancient Berber kingdom of Mauritania. The cultural fabric of Mauritania is rich and diverse, with influences from Arab, Berber, and African traditions. Islamic practices deeply influence daily life, from social customs to legal systems. Mauritanians celebrate Islamic festivals with great fervor, and the traditional music, dance, and poetry reflect their complex heritage. The blend of Berber and Arab influences creates a unique cultural tapestry that is distinctly Mauritanian. 3. Livelihood and economy. Due to the extremely barren and dry land, agriculture is a challenging endeavor in Mauritania. As a result, many people engage in animal husbandry, raising livestock like cattle, sheep, and goats. Meat, particularly beef, is a significant part of their diet, often accompanied by dates and peanuts. Fishing is another vital source of livelihood, especially for coastal communities. Like many African coastal nations, Mauritania relies on fishing both for economic sustenance and survival. Their most renowned dish is couscous, a staple that is also popular in neighboring Algeria and Morocco. This traditional Berber dish is typically served with large pieces of meat and vegetables, substituting rice in their meals. Mauritania's economy also benefits from its rich mineral resources, particularly iron ore, which is a major export. Additionally, the country's artisanal and small-scale mining activities, particularly for gold, have become increasingly significant. These economic activities, coupled with traditional livelihoods, paint a comprehensive picture of how Mauritanians sustain themselves in such a harsh environment. The resilience and adaptability of the Mauritanian people are evident in their ability to thrive amidst the challenges posed by their natural surroundings. 4. Life expectancy and tourism. Exploring the cultural distinctions in Mauritania can be quite a challenge, especially compared to Algeria or Morocco. Unfortunately, living a long life here is tough, with an average life expectancy of only 46 years. The world has long overlooked this region due to its lack of resources and ineffective governance. Even in 2024, if your country's geography and economy don't support a prosperous life, your lifespan could be cut short. Additionally, the government struggles to attract tourists, unlike northern neighbor Morocco, which sees a steady influx of visitors. Mauritania, on the other hand, remains largely ignored by Western tourists who believe there is nothing of interest here. Travel agencies also avoid organizing tours to this country, deeming it unsafe for visitors. The lack of modern infrastructure, combined with political instability, has led to a stagnant tourism industry. This situation creates a cycle of poverty and isolation, further reducing life expectancy and the quality of life for the residents. 5. Cultural norms and health precautions. If you still decide to visit Mauritania, you'll notice the youthful population, with 40% of people under the age of 20. Embracing Arab culture, the locals follow many Arab customs. For instance, they eat with their right hands and avoid using their left hands, adhering to Sunni Muslim practices. Women always dress modestly, covering their legs and arms. As a tourist, it's wise to avoid revealing clothing to respect local customs and avoid negative reactions. Men should also opt for trousers instead of shorts, even in the summer. Physical contact, like shaking hands with women, is generally inappropriate here. Additionally, public displays of affection are frowned upon and can attract unwanted attention. Health-wise, it's crucial to avoid drinking tap water, whether on the streets or in homes, as it contains contaminants that can cause serious illness. It's recommended to drink bottled water and be cautious with food to avoid health issues. 6. Cuisine and social interactions. When dining in Mauritania, you may be offered Arab tea after meals, but be aware that these gestures aren't always free. Food and beverages often come with an expectation of financial compensation, though occasionally they may be offered for free. The average Mauritanian drinks tea about 3 times daily, a habit shared with Morocco and Algeria. This tea is quite potent, offering a stimulating effect stronger than espresso. 7. The capital, Nouakchott. Nouakchott, the capital city of Mauritania, is located on the western coast along the Atlantic Ocean. It stands out as the most populous and bustling city in the country, primarily due to its fishing industry. Despite being situated in a desert state, Nouakchott has a surprisingly modern appearance from above. The city's architecture mainly consists of low-rise buildings, lacking the towering steel structures typical of contemporary urban landscapes. Nouakchott has little historical significance, as the area has always been a desert, leading ancient peoples to avoid settling in these arid, treeless, and water-scarce lands. The city's development is relatively recent, and its growth has been driven by economic activities related to the sea rather than a rich historical heritage. 8. Currency and governance. The first known settlements in Mauritania began around 500 AD with the arrival of Berber tribes. As Islam spread in the following centuries, Mauritania experienced a series of Arab conquests. These conquests led to the Arabs ruling over the Berber communities for hundreds of years. In the small towns scattered around the capital, modern infrastructure is minimal, with paved roads being a rarity. Most transit routes are dirt roads, and passing vehicles stir up clouds of dust. Due to the scarcity of motor vehicles, many families rely on donkey carts for transportation. The Mauritanian currency, the ouguiya, features symbols that reflect the country's identity. For instance, the back of the 1,000 ouguiya note depicts a ship, symbolizing the importance of fishing. Other banknotes feature camels, a nod to the desert climate and traditional way of life. Additionally, the presence of the Quran on the currency underscores the country's Islamic influence. Despite not being a secular state, Mauritania is governed by a presidential system that operates within the framework of Islamic rules. The exchange rate is quite stable, with $1 American equating to approximately 40 Mauritanian ouguiyas. Interestingly, this valuation is relatively strong compared to some more developed Balkan countries, where local currencies have lower values against the dollar. 9. Mining and export. The flag of Mauritania closely resembles that of the Maldives, another predominantly Muslim nation. It features a red and green background, with green symbolizing Islam. In the foreground, a yellow crescent and star stand prominently. Modern-day Mauritanians proudly refer to themselves as the lords of the deserts. Interestingly, the world's longest trains traverse through Mauritania, transporting iron, copper, and fish exports to various global destinations. The iron products you use might very well originate from Mauritanian mines. Iron extracted from mines in northern Mauritania is transported to port cities via desert trains. Once there, the minerals are loaded onto ships and sent worldwide. Adventurous tourists sometimes illegally ride these mining trains for the thrill, while others seeking to escape the inland regions embark on their own daring journeys by hopping on these trains without permission. Mauritania has seen some promising developments recently. Last year, gas reserves were discovered, and exports are anticipated to start within a few years. According to BP, Mauritania's gas reserves are estimated at 1,000 to 400 billion cubic meters, with extraction expected by 2025. This North African country is also preserving a fascinating culture amidst these advancements. 10. Social practices. Divorced women market. In Mauritania, there's a unique market for divorced women. Women who have separated from their husbands come to these markets to find new partners. Due to the high divorce rate and the absence of internet dating apps, these markets serve as a meeting place for those seeking to remarry. Interestingly, Mauritanian men prefer marrying divorced women over young single girls. This preference stems from the belief that divorced women are more adept at managing household chores and caring for their husbands, while younger women might struggle with the harsh living conditions. Unlike in many Middle Eastern Muslim countries, divorce is not frowned upon in Berber societies and is entirely accepted. Divorced women often sell their household items and furniture in these markets, turning their separation into an opportunity for income. Since divorced women in Mauritania are left without property or compensation, they seek new partners and sell household items to make ends meet. In Mauritania, cultural traditions heavily influence body image, leading to practices that might seem unusual to outsiders. Mauritanian women are often pressured to gain weight because the societal beauty standard favors fuller figures. This preference stems from a long-standing tradition where Mauritanian men find overweight women more attractive. Consequently, women consume large quantities of food, often under coercion, to meet these expectations and increase their prospects of marriage. 11. Economic struggles and work. Mauritanian men engage in various forms of work despite the harsh, barren environment. As mentioned earlier, Mauritania is rich in minerals, a fact that attracted French, Spanish, and British colonizers in the past. Today, some Mauritanians dig underground tunnels in search of gold, hoping to escape poverty and achieve wealth. This work requires teamwork, with some members operating the rope pulley system above ground, while others, equipped with helmets and flashlights, conduct the grueling search below. In 2016, a man accidentally discovered gold in this region, sparking a gold rush. Many people began mining for gold, and the state eventually took over some operations. While fishing and animal husbandry remain common occupations, those involved often seek greater fortunes in gold mining. For example, the town of Chamy, located about 2 hours from the capital Nouakchott, is the epicenter of gold mining. Despite extreme conditions, including intense heat and sandstorms, people persist in their quest for gold. 12. Gold mining, risks and rewards. Chamy is home to hundreds of mines, with new tunnels being dug regularly. The mining process involves extracting large boulders from underground, which are then refined to find gold. This labor-intensive job carries significant risks. Some miners have lost their lives due to accidents and the challenging conditions. The work requires immense physical strength and courage, with miners often spending 24 to 48 hours underground. During this time, they eat, drink tea, and sleep in confined spaces with limited oxygen, only to resume their arduous labor the next day. The reward for such effort is the precious gold they extract. Those who mine illegally often sell their findings on the black market, earning substantial incomes. While the state provides a legal avenue for selling gold, the prices offered by government institutions are considerably lower, prompting many to seek better deals through unofficial channels. Despite the dangers, the lure of gold continues to drive many Mauritanians to endure the hardships of mining, hoping for a chance to transform their lives through this lucrative yet perilous endeavor. 13. Unique communities, Dol Kumba. In Mauritania, there's a village that stands out for a very unique reason. Dol Kumba is a community where a significant number of residents are born blind. In this village, nearly every second person has no vision at all, experiencing the world through senses other than sight. When asked about this unusual circumstance, the villagers often explain it as an act of God. This eye condition has persisted through roughly 10 generations, leading the inhabitants to believe that their blindness is a matter of fate and divine will. Despite its isolation and the limited awareness of its existence beyond Mauritania, Dol Kumba offers a profound glimpse into the country's diverse stories, unique traditions, and rich cultural tapestry. So, if you ever find yourself in Mauritania, you'll discover a land full of extraordinary tales and distinctive communities. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey. If you loved the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories and adventures. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of the world. Goodbye.